Welcome back to Vegas Live with Ninon. As I always say, we have so much fun behind the scenes. Irina Nero, I've had on my show before. She's from Russia. Her husband's from America, and we were just talking about a kind of a long story and everything of you know, they got married and they fell in love, and then her husband had to try to bring her to America, and she was just saying it was very complicated and very hard and very difficult. Yes. But then she said, well, there was a reason, and the reason I didn't even know, but her husband, I don't know if he knows that we want to put this out there, maybe he doesn't.
But it's okay.
But he doesn't mind. But he had a heart attack.
Yeah.
And you happened to be home.
Yes.
Irina was home, and he called her, and she called 911, and if she hadn't done that, he would have been gone within an hour.
Yes.
So, and she said, Ninon, she said, I have at least been able to do something in America for my husband. He did so much for me, and you know, and everything, and now, and you're so grateful for that you'll be able to give back to him.
Of course, and I will try to give back him even more, you know, because now he really needs it.
Yes, he does. He needs taken care of. Well, I haven't met a man yet that doesn't need taken care of by a woman. But anyway, or whatever we want to, wherever we are in life. Now, Irina is a jazz singer. She's an incredible jazz singer.
Thank you.
And how are we doing in America now, or Vegas, or whatever?
Yeah, we're doing much better.
Okay.
I feel much more comfortable here because finally I understand much more and I speak much faster.
You understand the language.
And my language is getting better, which is a huge thing for me after being here after 2.5 years.
2.5 years, right?
Here,
Already
yes.
2.5 years.
And
oh my goodness.
I'm so happy to share with you that I will perform at Westgate Hotel my first time.
Westgate Hotel?
13th of June.
Oh my goodness, that's a big one.
Yes, and I will be so happy to see you guys 13th of June, 8 till 11 p.m.
Oh,
I will work in International Ballroom. Okay. It's just in the entrance.
Oh, isn't that in the entrance on your right hand side? That little, that incredible lounge.
Yes, yes.
This is an incredible lounge. It's absolutely perfect.
Yes.
This is perfect for you. I've always wanted to have my show there. Well, I have my show at the Peppermill, so I like it here.
I like it too also.
I love it.
You know, but I'm so excited because we have wonderful mix with the jazz, old style songs and also more modern songs.
Yes.
And it will be
so you've learned all the lyrics, you've learned all the, you know, there's a lot to learn.
Yes, it took me a lot of time, yes. But now I finally can perform 3 or 4 hours in a row, and this is big thing
that
for
is
me.
good for you.
Yes.
That is absolute. I'm so happy for her because I've kind of known you for a long time now, and I've watched. I know what it's like actually in Vegas being a performer. I have a lot of musicians on my show, giving them that break, giving them that place to sort of so people know who they are, like who you are. You know, it's hard to get people out there to know who you are and what you're doing.
Of course, especially everybody so talented and so individual.
Yes.
And you can't really have a contest between musicians because everybody's so unique.
But the funny thing is everybody thinks they are having a contest. So nobody helps anybody, and everybody is. I've had many people say, "Oh, Ninon, people are trying to steal your show." Like I'm the only talk show in the entire world. Hello, there's thousands and thousands of us out there, and it's the same as singers.
You know, of course, we have some kind of these situations, but I think if you respect your job, if you love something you do, you always will have venues.
You shine
to
when
work.
you shine.
Yes.
And as long as you keep an eye on what you're doing, don't worry about what everybody else is doing.
Yes, of course, especially if you feel these emotions inside yourself, it's obviously your audience feel it same way because you can't compete with another people. You should just give love.
You're different. Everybody's different. Everybody has their own place to go.
Of course.
And there is a place for everybody, isn't there?
Absolutely.
Have you ever performed at the jazz club in Los Angeles up on the hill?
Unfortunately,
you haven't yet. You haven't performed there yet. We've got to get her up to. I think it's called Barrettos or Barretto. So I'm making a big boo-boo here, and I should know the name, but went out the brain, but that's what you should, because they do all jazz there. It's all jazz singers. It's absolutely fabulous. We have to make sure that make sure we get your tape onto their page.
Wonderful.
We're
Thank
gonna
you
make
so much,
we'll make
Ninon.
sure of that.
Thank you.
Now, I love your outfit.
Thank
now,
you.
This is something you're obviously making a statement, because a lot of people say, "Has she got pajamas
Oh
on?"
yes. Yes. It's just a little bit.
It's a little different.
Yes, it's different, but still, it's obviously it's not pajama, but
No, of course it's not
yeah.
pajamas. I mean, you know, we do. It is 1 o'clock in Vegas.
Yes, but it's a distress. I feel like through clothes you can express yourself,
Yes.
and I'm trying to soothe and relax people and make them feel comfortable
And
next to me.
love
You know.
that. I love that, because what you're doing, you're bringing out your own unique self. So
Hopefully.
this is part of you. This is part of what you want to bring out and what you want to do, and you want people to come to you, not be afraid of you.
I hope I'm doing it in proper way, and nobody think that I'm in pajama. But
No, but we have to put that out there, because I
Yes,
don't want
sure.
people to. I don't want people to think that. I don't want.
Yes.
We're not going to ignore it, because I just love the guts enough to do it.
yes,
Because
thank
that
you
takes
so
guts.
much.
Because actually, you're always dressed.
Yes.
Oh, what is it called? Vibrato? Vibrato is the name of the jazz place up on Woodland. It's actually the top of Coldwater Canyon, I believe, right at the top there. Coldwater and Mulholland Drive, right up. Vibrato is right up there. I used to know the owners there. Then I knew Vibrato, and I know the daughter very well, actually. She's absolutely fabulous. And but anyway, that's where you need to be, Vibratos.
Yes.
Okay, Vibrato? Got it right? Eventually. See, that's what happens when you have a great producer. He comes up with the name for you and he tells you what's
Yeah,
going
it's so
on.
nice of you.
Isn't
yes.
that nice of
Yeah,
him?
it's
So
very
it's
nice.
adorable.
Cute.
So you've got this coming up. Now, are you doing it, how often are you going to be there?
I'm not sure. This is my first try.
Okay.
And also, I almost every week I'm working in a different place, another
Different
place.
venues?
It's Ojak's place, Ojak's restaurant.
Okay.
Very nice, very beautiful place, and we have mix of Russian, Armenian, Arabic music there. And we have wonderful discotheque time. It's like people dancing like crazy.
So you sing in English and also in Russian, both of them, don't you?
Of course,
Yes.
and also I sing in different other
languages?
languages. Yes.
Really?
Yes, of course.
How does one remember to sing in all these? I can't sing in one language, never mind all these different
Well,
languages.
I'm always impressed how you can speak so, tell so many things in very beginning of your show. It's like, oh my gosh, how you can do
How
it
does she
without reading?
Yeah, because I don't pre-interview anybody. I don't know who anybody is, but except of course I know who you
Thank
are,
you.
Irina. I know Irina for a long time.
Yeah.
What is your feeling of coming from Russia, which is very different,
Yes.
performing there than performing in Vegas? What is the big difference have you kind of felt?
You know, I don't think it's really big difference in performing, but it's a much bigger difference in living, and much bigger difference in my emotional feelings, you
Okay.
know, because I want to speak about it and make it clear. And now I have opportunity to speak about so many important things I probably couldn't speak if I would be in Russia right now.
So yeah, so Russia has this kind of thing that you can only you have to be careful what you bring up in a subject, right?
You know, I don't think it will be extremely dangerous, but of course,
Well, not here.
no,
but there,
I mean
yeah.
even in Russia, of course I
have to be
wouldn't go in
careful.
jail, but
No,
I
but very close.
Yes, but I can have some just social
Opinions.
problems. Yes,
Yeah, so you have to talk. So you know your limits.
yes.
Now
of
we
course.
just heard on the news this morning that a journalist was released, actually.
Yes.
And he was actually told that he did drugs and he was a drug dealer and he was all this crazy stuff, and he wasn't.
Yes.
And so this was kind of a part that apparently, you being Russian,
Of
you were
course.
very excited to hear this, that he was released.
For sure, because he was independent journalist, and for us it's very important to stand by independent opinion.
Yes.
And he exposed a lot of corruption
Yes.
in very high level. For example, if government has a huge budget to plant trees
Yes.
in the middle, in the center of Moscow.
Yes.
But they want to do it in wrong season, which means that these trees will die
Will
for
die,
sure,
yeah.
and they want to probably use this money for different purposes, and he stops this kind of deals
so the
to
Russians
save
didn't-
government money.
Yeah. So they didn't like his journalism as of telling the truth
For sure.
of what was going on. But you also said a very great thing, and I thought this was something very prominent that should be out there, that we all forget that the internet, it's like when I tell people I've got my show and they said, well, where is it? And I said, it was on the internet. Well, whereabouts on the internet? Well, the internet is the internet.
Yes.
And you were talking about the internet and everything applying to every single country, including Russia.
Of
so
course.
people are starting to learn all over the world what, not only Russia, but all the different, China, anywhere. You know, you've got the Middle East, you've got China, you've got Europe, you've got Britain, you've got everything.
Yes.
And everybody is now learning.
Of course, and everybody
Can't hide it.
Yes, and everybody starts speaking loudly about their own opinion. Everybody start finding their own strong voice, which is very important because for so long we didn't have opportunity
No.
to express ourselves, not in art but in our social opinion,
Social.
political, in economical opinions.
Yes.
You know, and now. Because bloggers did such a great job, and also so many independent journalists, which have such a huge reputation in Russia,
yes.
they spoke so loud about this situation, and
It can't be covered up anymore.
of course you
Yeah, see,
can't
that's the
hide
thing.
all these
But
things.
not only Russia, it's all over the world. It's
Of
all over the
course,
world.
of
We've got
course.
the problem with Venezuela, we're sorting that out. We've got the
Yes.
problem with China, sorting that out. We had a problem with Mexico. That was kind of sorted out. I think
Yeah.
they've got the immigrants. But why does everybody want to come to America?
You know, because America is a very inspiring place, and also I can feel it in my life,
Yeah.
because here I feel much more comfortable to speak about something which really triggering me, and I think that we should be very nice and kind to people who needs our help.
Yes.
And especially I have now by myself, because I'm voice of art and voice of music, I have a small blog, and I have a little bit more, 4,000 followers in Russia in my
4,000? Oh, wow.
YouTube vlog. But you will be surprised, because sometimes I have 20, 30, 40,000 views in my videos, which means that Russian people are afraid to follow me, but they still watching what I'm speaking
They're
about.
watching what you're doing.
Yes.
See, isn't that, this whole thing is all opening up, and you know, no country is, they just lived how they lived, but there's no reason why we can't all sort of live together and all sort of, you know.
Of course, you know, now internet, it's a huge opportunity to put together all people, and
Nothing can be hidden anymore.
yes, and just to get
believe
rid
me.
of these borders,
Yes.
you know, which is so important for big players
Yes.
who make money.
Yes.
And now I feel that we need to work on our present to build up our future,
Absolutely.
better future
Because
for our kids.
I'm talking to somebody very young. I mean, you're very young.
I'm not
and
that
you're-
young, I'm 33.
Well, that's young. Believe me, when you get to where I am, that's young. She thinks she's getting old. She's not, believe me. But we still call you the younger generation, because you're actually bringing your opinion out of the younger generation.
Yes.
And we can listen to you, we can understand you, and you're having the most incredible experience. Coming from Europe and traveling a lot, I know a little bit more than most people would know, that a lot of people don't have that opportunity. You've got this opportunity to be able to speak out, and you know that you're able to do that without anything happening to you. Are you ever afraid that somebody might come after you and because you're saying too much about Russia or whatever?
You know, I have some comments in my under my videos. I
Yes.
have some comments. Okay, we will come after you. But look, I know that stalking is a big thing in Russia, and I appreciate that America cares about this thing. And I hope we will have also some special law in America about how to protect bloggers, because we don't have a law about internet bullying right
Yes.
now in America.
Internet bullying,
Yes.
new thing.
Yes, and
Verbal.
also being Russian, and I know that it's a big thing because American people think that we don't care about gay community and different people.
But now you
know?
live here, you understand it more.
Look, I
and-
always understood about it, and I always was pretty tolerant about it. But I have a lot of friends in Russia who members of gay community. But
we won't mention who they are, though.
yes, but still we can't speak about it
Openly.
openly.
Yes.
And now I speak about almost 3 times a week in my internet
blog?
channel,
Yes.
and it's not problem. And I hope in next 10-20 years we will completely change this situation in our country.
So not only Irina is helping, you know, with her singing and her jazz singing, which is fabulous. So don't forget to go and see her. What was that date again?
13th of June, I will be there.
That's this weekend.
8 till 11 p.m.
13th of June. Okay.
Yes, Westgate.
Westgate. Don't
It's
forget.
very exciting.
Westgate, Las Vegas. Don't
Yes,
forget.
very exciting
Tune in if you
thing.
can't get there. Tune in somewhere and find it somewhere. I don't know. But anyway, but come to her performance. Absolutely amazing. I'll see if I can come down myself.
Oh, thank you
and
so
see
much.
You.
I'll be
Yes,
so
I'd love
happy
to.
and
So I'll
appreciate
maybe
you.
bring my
Sure.
crew with me, but it would be fabulous to see you and see what
course.
you're doing and everything.
Thank you.
Absolutely amazing. I've known her for a long time. Her husband, oh my goodness, is absolutely out of this world. He is absolutely a wonderful man. Hi there. Hi, Bob. I always call him Robert.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, that's the
Yes.
English in me. But
Yes.
we'll be right back. Vegas Live with Ninon. Thank you again. You're
Thank you
amazing.
so much. Thank you.
I call you when I need you. My heart's on fire. You come to me wild and wild. Oh, you come to me, give me everything I need. Bluebirds singing a song, nothing but blue skies from now on. I will feel the breeze, burn with me, swear with ease. When you ever away with me, stay with me, swear with see me right through the open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly.
In other words, hold my hand. In other words, you better not kiss me because Pop's here.
Fill my heart with the song, let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. It's just summer, where summer motion. Quiero tenerte, perderte just who are blessed. The skies above are blue, while my heart was wrapped in flowers. And then I looked at you. One, two.